All right, welcome to day 5 of our triumphant entry fasting and prayer. It's been a journey, and I'm glad that we are together on it. Right, so today we'll be speaking on fasting and favor. Fasting and favor. I know that some of us have been waiting to get to this part. Yes, but truth, fasting does engender favor, and we see that expressed in the life of Queen Esther. Right, in the book of Esther, particularly in chapter 4, you will see that one of the benefits of fasting is that it brings favor. Right, the children of Israel were facing a very dire situation. First of all, I want you to know that favor is a need for every man, even Jesus Christ. The Bible says, and Jesus grew in wisdom, in stature, and in favor with God and man. Right? So favor is a necessity of fulfilling destiny. You cannot buy everything in life. No, you will need favor. Even no matter how much you think money can get you in life. It can't get you everything, right? You need favor with God and favor with men, right? And another thing that is you would need to actually know in life is that there are wicked men, unreasonable men, as Paul would call it in Second Thessalonians, I should think. Unreasonable men, wicked and unreasonable men. They exist in this life, and you can't run away from them. Such was the case of someone in the book of Esther called Haman. This man was a wicked man that wanted to use political power to um, carry out a genocide on the Jews, which was where Esther was from. She was a Jew, and he wrote a document. He made a document that had a stamp, a seal that ensured that on so and so date, all the Jews around the empire will be wiped out. Yes, they will be killed. It will be a genocide. And then Esther, you know, she, having spoken with Mordecai, she, told Mordecai to tell, everybody in the household to fast for 3 days, right? And she herself would fast, and she will go into the king's, court. At that time, you could have been killed for going into the king's, presence unannounced, because, kings, maybe they were such busy people that you could not visit unannounced, even when you were their wives. But let's leave that aside. Um, she had to go into the king's court, and she could have been killed because she was not summoned, except a scepter was held up when she entered. And she needed favor because it was either she was going to be very dead or very favored, right? So after taking that fast for 3 days, she walked into the king's court, and the king held up the golden scepter. And to show you that it was favor, it was not just some, other thing. Before she could say a word, the king asked, "What do you want, Esther?" Before she could say a word, he said, "It will be given unto you." Before she could answer, he said, "Even up to half of my kingdom." So that shows you that favor was a fragrance that she entered with. Um, and that came through fasting, as you can see. So before you make that application, don't just go with makeup, don't just go with TVs, right? Go with fasting also. Add that, right? In 2026, as you go about life, as you go about things, right? Know that you need favor, like I have stressed, that you need favor. And biblically, one of the ways we, grow with favor or engender favor is by fasting, right? So just so we know, it's very important that when we go into things, we can see, we have a picture of what we are doing in the spirit. It encourages us to take it seriously. It encourages us to put in our all into it, right? As we encounter God, even as we fast in this season. I hope this blessed you. If it did, I want you to let us know, depending on where this is going to be posted, right? At the time it is posted. Please let it know, share it with somebody if it blessed you, and also, stay fasting at least for the rest of this triumphant entry. God bless you and have a beautiful day. This is day 5.